Well, today we're swapping out the wing glass on the 6.7 Firebird because, as you can see, some little shitheads knocked the glass out when I was in Oklahoma before I picked it up. So it should be pretty easy. We're just going to get rid of the old glass, take the old gasket out, put the new gasket on this, stick her in there, and move on with it. So with that, let's shut it down and get to wrenching on this week's Firebird Friday. Yeah, your SEO. Entertainment, that's the funny thing. When I did my whole funny voice thing, at first, it was, people liked it. But then after a while, I started seeing my numbers drop. Self-start 5,000, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But just getting glass everywhere, Brian. And honestly, it took me a year to get 1,000 subscribers. How am I going to get that part out?
That one has almost 100 views, and I'm like, what?
See? Yes.
Did I hear a drill?
Dale! Power tools. Dale, no power tools!
What?
No power tools! That is not your toothbrush!
Oh, okay. I'm all done anyway.
I went and stole my wife's toothbrush, and we're going to clean out these channels. So, just want to clean that tract out as best I can. Don't sit on it, it will break. And I've had that since Robert was born. All right, so just get in there and clean that channel out. You want to make sure you can see shiny metal before you put that glass in. Now here's our glass, and we picked it up from, I believe it was Firebird Central, and it also picked up some gaskets. You get 2 gaskets in the package. We're not going to do the driver's side just yet, but you just simply take that and put it in the point there at the triangle, whip it around, just seat it in there. Pretty simple, easy to do, folks. All right, get it all squared away, get it in there. You're going to have a little bit of excess, probably about the 1/8 of an inch on the ends there, but that's okay. Let's go put it on the car now. Here we go. Kind of slide it in there. Get it lined up to where it's going to have. Good. Push it in a little more. And you might have to resort to some different approaches here. So first of all, I'm going to try a rubber mallet. Give it a couple good whacks and get it in there a little tighter. Didn't seem to get it as deep and as tight as I wanted to. So I went back to my old method of squeezing it in there with one of them big clamps. So I took the clamp, and my son was helping me once again. I do sure miss that boy. Make sure to subscribe to his channel, 4 Flat Tires Garage. He just broke 100 subscribers, and I'd love to see him hit 1,000 where he can start getting some monetization going. All right, so basically I just kind of took it on that peak right there on the corner and just wired it down and just slowly but surely just kept screwing it down, getting it in there. So I want to try a different method here real quick. We're going to get like a board and see if I can't use that piece of 2x6 that I have laying around to really grip it and push it down kind of hard. So Xavier's going to hold that board in place. I'm going to get this clamp in here, and we're going to see if we can't set that glass all the way down and in place doing it this way. So once again, using that board and just cranking it down, and you probably can't tell in the video, but I could feel the glass moving that last little 1/4 inch to 1/8 of an inch down into the groove of the channel right there. Now, you see it? One more time, we'll try to do it up here at the top. Kind of catty-wonky. Come in here, trying to find a good spot. That's the tough part, is getting a spot where you can get all this to clamp together at. It can be done, as you can see right here, but it's, you know, takes some time and some redneck ingenuity to get it to go. All right, let's put that away. We got it in there nice and tight. Kind of take a look at what we got here. That looks good. It's in there. Line it up there. Yep, it is in the spot it needs to be in. It's all the way into that chrome channel. Bring it out here real quick. Just double check it. Yep, it is in just where it needs to be. And again, we didn't use any glue. We didn't use anything. It's just the pressure of that gasket forming into that channel that keeps everything into place. So one more little hit there just to make sure. Even though it was set good, I just wanted to double check it. Looking at it. So let me grab a razor blade and let's just cut off those little pieces real quick here. All right, now just take a razor blade and just cut off that excess rubber. Again, you're looking at maybe 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch tops. So just kind of cut it off flush right there. Of course, it's going to seal inside that other rubber sealed weather stripping there in the door frame itself. So we'll get this cut out real quick here. Get it down. Come on. All right, so let's get this knob on. Kind of sit it in there. You put that in first. Kind of get it lined up so we can see how it sets in there correctly. Get it in there. Then take that spring washer, put it on there. Take the lock washer, I should say, and start to screw that down. Just make it finger tight for right now. You can come back and tighten it up once you have everything in place. Next, you're going to need the pin and you're going to need the arm. And this is where you can kind of test out where that arm needs to be placed in its orientation. It only goes in one of two ways, either up or down. So if you got it in the right spot, it should do just like this. So go ahead and just kind of test fit it real quick. Make sure everything is lining up correctly. And make sure you pull it back in. Double check it here. All right, now that hole right there is where we're going to take that pin. Now, if I was to do this again, I wouldn't drive that pin all the way out. I would leave it just enough to where I could pull that handle off. But either way, I'm going to just pound it back in, just tap it back in there. Just take a mallet, and you might need a drift or something to get that pin down in there. But just hammer it down in there. All right, so let's just test it. It's nice and locked down. That's all in position here. Open it back up, and it should be ready to go. Just test that a few more times. We need to make sure to lock that nut down to where it doesn't come undone. But for the most part, it's working. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Well, as you can see, we got the window in. It's doing good. It's a little squeaky, but that's because we need to replace that rubber. We'll get to that down the road. But we got it in, as you can see, and it closes up nice and tight, locks up. So that's another thing we can cross off that list, and we're getting closer and closer to Firebird Fest. If you haven't registered, there's a link down below. And don't forget, check out my son, 4 Flat Tires Garage is the name of his channel. There's a link down below as well to subscribe to his channel and check out his stuff. So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap up this Firebird Friday video. We'll see you next Friday for another episode of Firebird Friday.